Hey everybody, how are you today? It's your friend Boise. Another daily video sobriety vlog. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of the team. Thank you for just hanging out with me. Thank you for being sober. It means a lot to me and your family, and it should mean a lot to you too. Today's Monday, April 20th, 2026. My total right now is 14,265 days sober. 39 years and 20 days, 468 months and 20 days. So I'm doing the vlog. When you say hi to Cece, I'm doing a reset today. I went to the doctor already to see my primary care doctor, and now I'm going to the heart specialist because little known fact that when you do drugs and alcohol, it damages your organs. Might not realize it when you're partying, but later on you do. Some of us die even sooner because of it. Some of us, a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, about 3-4 years ago now, I'm not keeping track that close of time, but Eileen, she died of a seizure. And she liked her wine. And eventually it got to her. And she was only like 43, 44. We had 2 kids. One was just out of high school and starting college, and one was just getting ready to graduate. Tragedy, you know, and I miss her to this day because she was always fun to talk to. And yeah, she struggled. You don't write people off that struggle. You try to work with them as best you can, unless they're really hurting you somehow. And then you don't want to deal with them. And that can happen because it affects your sobriety or your sanity even. But I mean, when we do drugs and alcohol, not only are we nuts, we drive everybody else insane around us too, especially ones that care about us. So a reset is a really important and good thing to do, to say the least. And, you know, a lot of us don't really take that into consideration. We don't even think about it. We don't even think twice about what we're doing to other people. And that's a tragedy too, because we get real selfish and we get locked into our own things. And we think that everything we're doing is right. And anyone who opposes us are certainly wrong, right? And it's just a bad way to go. I have a friend of mine who's struggling with cocaine right now, and she's always saying, I know it's not a good look. It's like, of course it's not a good look. It's like saying you just shit your pants and telling everybody that, yeah, I know it stinks. Well, stop standing around shitting your pants. And of course her comment to me was, I'm disgusting. Like, of course I'm disgusting. Of course I'm disgusting. I come from the same tribe you do, for God's sakes. We're all disgusting. We got to try to reset and straighten ourselves up best we can. Cheers. I had to go get some coffee. Started this thing without my coffee. I'm like, so much for being a Boy Scout and being prepared. But yeah, so I'm doing all the things with the doctors. It's kind of humbling. It's kind of, it can be kind of frightening too, as opposed to frightening if you're afraid of the unknown and how afraid you are of the unknown. Some of us fear death, which is ironic because we deal with so much drugs and booze that we could kill ourselves at any given moment, and we're afraid of death. Kind of like being a fly in Walenda on the high wire and you're afraid of heights. Bit of a challenge. But it's also a cognitive dissonance where you just take it out of your mind, you don't think about it. It's there, but you don't think about it. You don't react to it, but it's there. And you don't try not to think about it. But as I'm saying this right now, you're thinking about it, aren't you? Yeah. That's how it works. I mean, we struggle, we try to do the best we can. And that's all that you can ask of yourself. But you gotta make sure you're doing the best you can. You just can't say it. A lot of people don't get it when they say things and their actions don't match. And they get real offended when I say, well, now you're a liar. What do you mean I'm a liar? Isn't that how you judge a liar? If somebody says something to you and then doesn't follow through, not the first time, not the second, but it becomes continual, almost habitual. Well, then it's like, hey, God damn it, you're just a liar. And, either you have to hit them with it and they try to change, or you hit them with it and they leave you. And if they still want to keep lying, better to let them go. Doesn't matter if it's your brother, your mother, your father, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Let them go. They're not doing you any good. You're not doing yourself any good by trying to hang on to that. I had a friend of mine in the Temple of Sobriety. She said to me, personal problem with me is that I see potential in people and I expect them to be there and they're not. And I get disappointed and hurt. And she says, you're extending that. They're not showing you that they're there yet, but you're hoping you can see them go there, but it isn't going to do you any good because they're not there yet. And with your expectation thinking that they should be there, well, that's going to cause trouble, because then all of a sudden you're the one disappointed. You're the one doubting your ability to work with people, do your thing. And she says it hurts your faith and your belief in yourself. And by doing that, you're actually hurting the program itself. So all of a sudden I got a responsibility. I'm like, wow, when did that happen? Just being sober. Now I got a responsibility. But it's all right, because it helps me stay focused and it helps me to work with people. God, I love working with people. People are wonderful. Even the a-holes. Because they give me a chance to joust with them. I love debating with them. I love arguing about certain things with people. When they feel that they're unchallenged, they don't need to be challenged. How dare I challenge them? Ooh, let me in the front line for that one. I'm all ready for it. I love it. Because I want to test their faith in themselves. And their faith is usually at that point false pride. So it's always easy to knock over a statue when their feet are made of clay. They're on shaky ground. And I should know, I lived a good portion of my life on shaky ground, on selling lies and selling the illusion that everything was fine, everything is good. Then deep in my heart, I was wishing that things could be better and thinking that I was actually better than I really was. And sometimes I got a glimpse of who I was and it disappointed me. But like I say, your enemies have the sweetest voices. So then all of a sudden, if I felt insecure as a man, or I really liked this girl and she didn't like my behavior and the way I did drugs or whatever, and she dumped me, and I felt like, oh my God, I'm the ugly toad. I'm the prince frog that needs to be kissed. Then she'll realize I'm a prince, but all she's gonna see is this toad with warts. And how do I get away from that terrible feeling? And once again, my enemy with the sweetest voice said, hey man, come on, we don't need her. Yeah, you're feeling down. People let you down all the time. I've never let you down. As soon as we take a few hits, you're not even gonna worry about that girl anymore. Everything is gonna be just fine. See, look at you, you're already feeling good already. You see, I don't lie to you. And down the spiral you go again. Even though after a while you realize that it's a short-term fix and things get worse, you still continue to do it because you know no other way. You don't try anything else. There are options all around you, but at that point you're on horse blinders and it's just, I just take my drug and then I'm good. Just leave me the fuck alone. And that's what we become. And it's a shame. It's a crying shame. Cheers. But it's good to feel rejection. It's good to experience rejection. You might not think it is, as I'm telling you this right now, but it is, because the more you get rejected, the easier it is to accept that rejection. Pretty soon, most of the time, not every time, but I would say 9 out of 10 times, definitely, I enjoy rejection. I love the feel of it. I love the way I have to readjust, and I always think I'm pretty clever at how I get around it and get back on my feet again. And I stop for a minute and go, stuff like that used to destroy you. You'd be wrecked for days. You'd be emotionally wrecked, hurt. Oh my God, look at you. Look at how you've grown. And it does happen. Just like everything else, we grow, we change, we evolve. That's why, like today, I'm doing a reset with my doctors because I got to find out where I'm at. My new doctor, he cracks me up. I told him about the temple of sobriety, my vlogs, and the people I'm working with, and the encouragement I get from these younger folks I work with who think that I'm a bit of a unicorn, being sober as long as I am and being as old as I am. The old wizard, I guess, I don't know. But they look at it as kind of like a magical power, and I say it's not a magical power. It's just the power within yourself that you harness and you develop. But to be kind of silly, I call myself a secret Marvel comic hero. My secret power is sobriety, because what you do, and a lot of things base off of that, but the most important thing a man or a woman can do in their life is take your biggest weakness and work at that and turn it into your strength. Turn it into what you're known for. That's amazing. And it could be drugs and alcohol, getting off of it. It could be like learning a new language. It could be math. Oh my God, math. Oh, as I'm the worst, then become the best. You live here in Houston, you might be working for NASA. You'd be that good because you need math to be a scientist. It's just the way it works, you know? Turn those strengths, those weaknesses into strengths. And it doesn't happen overnight. Not like flicking a switch. There's no immediate. The only thing immediate in your life, I feel bad, I take drugs, I feel good. That's the only immediate shit you get in your life. And anything that happens that fast is not worth having. It's not worth keeping. You know that too. If you could get a washboard abs with one sit-up, we'd all have washboard abs. Then no one would give a shit. Then pretty soon, the most important thing and sexy thing would be it's a dad bod. Oh, look at my belly. I go to the beach and all the girls like to bang off my belly like it's a bongo drum, because everyone's got washboard. But mine's a bongo. I'm unique. I'm different from everybody else because I don't do the sit-up, because I know it only takes one sit-up to have washboard abs. You see? Nothing that easy. It comes that easy is even worth it. Nothing. Can't play guitar without getting blisters on your fingers, or even drums, because Ringo would say that too. He said that in the White Album. I got blisters on my fingers. What a lovely thought that was. But he worked for it, you know? He worked hard at it. And you're going to have to work hard at what you're doing. I have to work hard at what I'm doing. Like now I'm getting ready to finish this and go see my heart doctor, because I'm going to do an ultrasound. And they're going to find out, he thinks there might be some plaque in my heart. And he knows I want to finish the quarter. I said, everything's like a game, a football game, all right? We're in Texas, you can compare everything to a football game, and everyone goes, yeah, right. I know what he's talking about. Yeah, he knows Friday Night Lights. He knows what he's talking about. He's all right guy. At my age, I'm finishing the fourth quarter, working my way to the locker room, the great beyond. I want to finish the fourth quarter strong. That's all I want to do. Doesn't matter how I started good as in the first quarter. Kind of got shaky before the halftime. And then I came out still shaky on drugs and alcohol and really fumbled and messed up the game really bad. And halfway through the third quarter, I straightened up. And then I started making gains. Then I started getting ahead. Then come the fourth quarter, I'm ahead. And I want to plan to finish strong. My doctor gets a kick out of that metaphor. So he says, we got to check your heart for plaque. So what do you mean? All the drugs and alcohol you did still might come back to haunt you. And if you want to finish the fourth quarter strong, like you say, this is how we do it. And that way we can have reasonable expectations of what you can do and what you can't do and what type of limitations we'll put on you. It's kind of cool when a doctor listens to you. So now the doctor listens to me. Now we're checking to see if I got plaque. Now we're checking to see what my fourth quarter is going to be. Kind of exciting, kind of frightening. But then again, the unknown is always uneasy at best, frightening for most. So I look forward to it to find out what's happening. And my weight gain went up and down. It was before the pandemic and depression. My weight got up to 330 pounds. Then I became a vegan and I started walking and working out. I can only do low impact. I can't run. They took my knees away with arthritis. So my doctor even says, you know, you can walk, you can bike, you can swim, you can do your yoga, and you can do light exercise, weights. Okay, at least I got that. But I'll tell people, even when I'm walking to the park and a guy runs past me in their 60s, I'm like, son of a biscuit. Swear at him under my breath because I'm envious that they can still do that. I can't. So, you know, you lose things as you go along in life. Sometimes you hang on to them for a long time, and then all of a sudden, the 50s and 60s of your life, then things just start dropping off. You're like, what the hell? What the hell? And that's where I'm at that right now with my heart. What the hell? So we're going to go check my heart, see how I am. Wish me luck. And I'll let you know on the next vlog how everything went. I appreciate you being sober. I appreciate you making an effort in your life. Honest to God, people forget how important that is. Your life and what you bring to your family and your community. It's so important. It doesn't matter if you're the general manager of the store or you're the custodian. You're all doing something that's moving the collective force forward, and you're part of a team, and you're part of life. And I applaud you for that. Hey, when you get a chance, please, you know, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, buy me a coffee, all the usual suspects to help us on our outreach program, so that we can help others that have destroyed their lives or damaged their lives with drugs and alcohol, and especially their kids, because children are collateral damage and it's not fair to them. And we all know that because we've all experienced some sort of trauma in our childhood. Some Jeffrey Epstein horrific, some just being beat, like that's a consolation prize. Some just being neglected, some just being abandoned. And it's hard even just to be a child that's been abandoned. Your mom took off and did drugs for a week. And you're always like, oh my God, when is she gonna leave again? How long is she gonna stay? Is she gonna be permanent? What's going on? Oh my God, she left again. Oh, she just went to work? Oh my God, but still, it makes me, you're gonna have that, you're doing that to your children. And they grow up to carry that with them too. So, time to talk about it, time to expose your weakness, and time to turn your weakness into a strength. But I'm getting ready to go to my doctor's appointment. I know I'm already going to be late because I'm stalling, and I'd rather hang out with you than the doctor. But thank you for being here. In the words of Ringo, peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. I love the fact that you spend time with me. You check in. I love the fact that you're sober and you're continuing to go through the program. Even if you just started and you're just detoxing right now. God bless you. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye.